Hey guys, how's it going? Tyler here. We're going to be doing another artist review. This time it's going to be a Richard Corben. I'm actually just going to use just this one book because this really sums up a lot of his art. Has a lot of his styles in there. And it's a great, really thick book. You know, nice hardback. This one should be fairly easy to find. It's fairly new. If you don't know who Richard Corben is, he actually started off in comics, some underground comics, and worked his way up to working with Warren Publishing with stuff in Creepy and Eerie. Recently he's done Haunt of Horror, a comic called Murky World, a couple covers, and I think some inside stories for like Dark Horse Dark Horse Monthly, Dark Horse Presents. That's what it's called. My bad. I had a total brain fart. He's also done work in heavy metal and all the 70s and 80s like magazines, but more recently he has done Dark Horse stuff. He does really great black and white work and really great color. This is a great. I mean, just look at the detail in that. I'm pretty sure he uses an airbrush. I think I heard him say that in an interview for some of his paintings and whatnot. A lot of the time, someone else actually colors his stuff every now and then. I've noticed that in reading. But his black and white work is really great. He does a lot of horror comics. A lot of Lovecraftian stories and references. Here's some more of his coloring. That's actually looks just like him. In fact, I think the character might be actually him. But yeah, great crazy dream type sequence here. But he really captures the realism in things in his own way, and even in the realism, you can still tell it's his style. Because it looks real, but it's chunky. His art is really chunky. It's really cool. His colors are awesome. And he has this really, this sounds weird, but he has his own way of doing like fur or hair, you know? And you can really, that's how I always really tell it's him, other than the chunkiness in his drawings. But he has worked and done a lot of Edgar Allan Poe remakes. I mean, he's done everything from A Telltale Heart to Conqueror Worm, just about everything. He's done some of them before, back in the day, in the 70s, I believe. And he's actually, I think, re-releasing them or redoing them now, currently. I've been picking those up in my comic shop. He's also done some of his own subtitled stories. There's a one-shot called Murky World, which is really awesome. He's worked on a whole bunch of comics and magazines. I mean, if it was a magazine in the 70s, he's worked in it because he's awesome. He has a lot of shading. It looks like a lot of his shading is actually done with like a brush and water. So, but there's a lot of pencils. He really uses the ink and water, ink and brush a lot. But he too looks like he colors over some of his pencils to give it that nice effect. He draws a lot of gruesome stuff, and he gets it really good. A lot of cool stories. You can see like some of the stories that were written in these old Creepy and Eerie magazines that he did especially are really reminiscent of the Goosebumps novels. You know, like, growing up in the 90s as a kid, I read like every Goosebumps I could get my hand on, and now reading this as, you know, a little older, you can really see where, you know, R.L. Stine got a lot of his influence from. Old Creepy and Eerie magazines. But this guy is one of the greats, in my opinion. You know, he's worked with Bernie Wrightson and all those guys. But yeah, recently he's doing a lot of stuff in Dark Horse Presents. I think Dark Horse Presents actually ended, but he's doing a lot of stuff in that. And he is working currently on a comic called Rat God, and that is very much so, very Lovecraftian. The main character in it actually looks like Lovecraft. He says, like, you know, by the elder gods and stuff like that. You know, it's really good. It's on issue 2 right now. It has been awesome so far. And of course, he's still working on, you know, the re-releasing or redoing of his Edgar Allan Poe stories. But I know through looking at some of the videos and interviews with him that he actually uses, you know, the rapidograph pens a lot, as well as ink and brush and pencils, normal number 2 pencils. Here's one of my favorite stories, A Woman Scorned. It's one of my favorite stories that he did in a Creepy and Eerie. That's a great picture. But yeah, the work in this story is awesome. Cool story. It's sort of that, like, and I love, it has that like futuristic past feel, like it's on Earth but in the future, but it looks old, like, you know, she's dressed like a cave woman but she finds a house, you know. I love that feel in any story. Like, I'm a really big fan of Frank Herbert's Dune, and I just think it feels like that. It's in the future but it feels like it's in the past almost. It's hard to describe. Here's some of the covers he's done for Creepy and Eerie, mainly Creepy. Got a couple Eerie's here, but it's a cover to that story that was awesome. Woman Scorned. You got Uncle Creepy and Cousin Eerie. Here's some of his cover works for the new ones. So Mag the Hag. It's a character in one of his stories, and here is a Mag the Hag. You can see his pen work, his ink work is really awesome. A lot of detail. It's good stuff. It's loose but tight, and I know I've said that a lot, but that's what makes a good artist, is having that really fluid looking style, making it look natural. And here's like some of his awards that he's gotten from Warren Publishing. Yeah, 1976, 76, best cover, best art. You got best artist / writer of the year. He writes some really cool stories. Best cover artist. Grew a beard on that one. All for it. Best cover artist. His covers, his, you know, fine artwork is really great. His paintings and stuff. So much detail. You can also check out the Bernie Wrightson Creepy. I'm going to try and get my hands on that, do another artist review. But yeah, that is that. Well, this book is actually really thick. There's a lot in there. I'll just flip through it real quick to get a good overview of everything. But yeah, check out Richard Corben. His stuff is awesome. Stories are awesome. If you're a horror fan, it'll be right up your alley. Thanks for watching, guys. You got any comments or anything, please let me know down below, and like my video, and I don't know, that'd be awesome. Subscribe to my channel, and you save a kitten's life somehow. Pretty sure it'll happen. Maybe a dog. Oh, I'm not a cat guy. You'll save a dog's life, or my life. I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys.